Hey guys, it's the Chad, your C10 truck nerd. Well, thanks for coming back to part 2 of my SEMA experience. And the first couple days were just absolutely a blast, but I can barely walk. Now days 3 and 4, I'm gonna go through and try to check out a lot of the tools and then get back to all the hot rods that I missed. So let's go have some fun. Kicking off day 3 with the Untitled Car Project. I'm tired already, but...
You're tired?
But I got the coffee. Let's do it.
The only thing I'm tired of is Grant.
Oh my gosh, look at this thing. Look at all that scroll work. It is insane. Sexy red from Texas Speed. Wow. The golden chrome is everywhere. Jeez. Yeah, this is pretty cool to get to see old Ken's old car. It's awesome. Dude was a legend. Okay, so I've made it into the South Hall, which is the tools. So again, everything is just ginormous here, but we'll look at some lifts and tool chest and I don't know, everything. So let's go. You know, my pea-sized brain just cannot fathom some of the ingenuity that's here at SEMA. I mean, just robots polishing cars right now. That's awesome. Ooh, I found it. I have wanted to see the Harbor Freight booth since I got here, and I have arrived. Wow, this is huge. Good deal. Wow, this is it's pretty impressive. This is the huge booth. I don't know what they had to pay to get this monster, but they pretty much brought a whole store except for all the crap. Wow, there's a lot of stuff in here. Alrighty. Now I thought the first couple days of SEMA were bad because I wanted all the cars and trucks there, and now I get to the tool area and all I want is everything in this building, like lifts and wheel balancers and tire machines and welders and tool chests. It's just, they have everything in here, which is crazy. I keep saying, you know, SEMA's making me a kid in a candy store, and it is, 100%. This could be dangerous. Well, I think you guys all know I'm in the market for lifts and still between 2-post and 4-post and which companies to use. So I've been sitting down talking to the guys at Stratus. They're out of College Station. So if you guys have any goods, bads about Stratus lifts, let me know. So I'm over at the Rotary booth, and I've seen several lift companies now using these pallet jack style lifts, which are really kind of cool because you can jack the vehicles up from the front or the back. You can wheel them over to the sides and raise them that way. It's kind of a cool idea. I don't know if it's right for me, but I do like how portable these things are if you want to shove them in the corner when you're done. So neat technology. So I am a big fan of Advantage lifts, and I'm over here at their booth, which is pretty huge, and let's check out some of their lifts. But that bad boy there that's pretty impressive. I think the wife would kill me if I came home with a 6 car there. Awesome. So there are hundreds, if not probably 1,000 vendors in the South Hall where all the tools are here, which it's overwhelming. Not a whole lot that's going to apply to me in here, but I'm going to walk it all anyway, because if I don't, then I'll think I missed something. But wow, it's impressive. So I was pretty excited to see that Wizards has a booth here, and in my last video where we went through and polished up those ochre doors, I had talked about wanting to test their products, so had a short little meeting with them. They showed me everything they have to offer, and I think we might be able to partner up in the future, so that'd be pretty sweet. Okay, that was completely overwhelming in there. A lot of cool stuff, but man, I couldn't process half of that with my little pea brain, so I think I'm gonna go check out the wheels and tires next. Okay. So last couple days we've heard that they have this underground Tesla tunnel thing that runs all over the convention center and the resorts world. So we're trying to track that down and go underneath Vegas. So I guess this is it. It's called the Vegas Loop. So we're going underground. What the heck? Oh, this is crazy. Why did I not know about this 2 days ago when my feet were killing me? Check that out. It's crazy. We're gonna do it. All right, we're going in.
Woo! Chad's got us. Zoom, zoom.
This is cool.
Wait, they say Mazda. Do the loop, do the loop.
Okay, that literally took us like 45 seconds. Why didn't we know that?
I don't know.
My feet would have loved that 2 days ago. So I finally made it to Jay Leno's garage, and here is Chevrolet's new ZR1 Corvette. Now this has 1,064 horsepower and top speed of 233 miles an hour, which is insane. But you could go out and spend $500,000 or $1 million on a supercar, or you could buy an old General Motors Corvette. It's awesome. Yeah, for some reason I just want to go home and watch Gone in 60 Seconds. I love this thing. Ring brothers back here have their 1972 K5 that they call Tuca, and this thing's phenomenal. So let's go check it out. So this 72 is Randy Fricke's, built by the Ring brothers, and this thing is legit. So it almost looks like a purple under the lights, but it's Sanitary Black by Range Rover. But they put in an LS3 525 horse with a 4L60E in the back. But the cool thing about the suspension, it's on a 2016 Toyota Tacoma, so they've got all the modern ride of a newer vehicle. Look at the detail on these side markers. It's insane. Now, Randy said they went through and it's all the Ring Brother mirrors. But look at the hood. So it's matte black with orange pinstriping. But what Ring did is they went through and it's still a 71, 72 hood, but they brought it back a couple inches. Not as far back as 67, 68s, but just to fit that front nose a little bit better. But yeah, they win all the awards for the interior. Just over 3,000 labor hours in this K5. But it is insane how much stuff they've done. So this is actually a fabric with some padding top there. And it's actually stretched from a Jeep. One thing you notice with this is, look at the bedsides. They're flush with the doors. So they actually brought the bedsides up a couple inches. That way when they take the top off, it all matches, but then they had to chop the top to get it to fit. But this is just insane. Now the back end of it too, they've got the wheel mounted in the back, but when they pull the top, he said he can remove it off there. But if you haven't noticed the name of this, it's Tuca. And wasn't sure what Tuca was, but he said it took a lot of time and took a blank load of money. But it is super cool. So he'll go through and close the back glass, and then the back door, you just slam it, and it's got a nice seal just like a normal Jeep. But they went through and built this tailgate from scratch. It's aluminum. So it's pretty easy to take off with just the two hinges. You can do it by yourself. It's got backup cameras, front cameras. But it is insane. Look at this. Look at this interior. The amount of hours that they spent on this thing. It all connects with the Jeep connectors up there, but this is insane. Never seen anything like it. Well, one thing this hole doesn't lack is dumpsters. I mean, they're everywhere. All different colors, and, you know, I'm just kidding. You know, I've driven a Cybertruck before. It was just not my thing, but, you know, a lot of guys like them, and, you know, as long as it's a truck, I guess that's okay with me too, but a lot of them here. Yeah, so, yeah. that's gonna do it for day 3 of the Sema show for me, and I'm gonna try to cut out of here about an hour early so I don't have to wait on the monorail an hour and a half again tonight. So we'll be back bright and early. I gotta leave about lunchtime tomorrow so I can catch my flight, but it's been a blast so far. Well, kiddo wants to see the fountains at the Bellagio, so I think I'll hoof it over there. Well, today's the 4th and final day of Sema 2024, and I've absolutely had a blast. Unfortunately, I got to cut out of here about lunchtime so I can get to the airport and then spend half the day in the Denver airport waiting for my next flight. So I'm going to run around this building like a wild man, try to catch everything that I haven't. I've got an interview with Precision Replacement Parts and a couple other things up my sleeve, so let's get after it. So this is a huge benefit of having early access tickets to the Sema show, that you can actually see the cars because there's not so many people just crowded around everything.
You have to have the drive, be willing to put in the long hours, really just put your heart and soul into it.
I wish I could show you this paint in person. It is phenomenal. So I just wrapped up my interview with Greg from Precision Replacement Parts, and that was a lot of fun. I'll get that video out to you guys in the near future, talking about different gaskets and weather stripping. So I've got about an hour and a half before I have to jump in an Uber, get back, pick up my luggage, and get to the airport, but I don't want to leave. It's been a lot of fun. Well, it was cool to see that GoPro's got a booth here. I had several questions about their new cameras and some overheating and mic issues with mine, so I think we got some stuff worked out, and they're even going to send me some stuff to test out, so yeah, it's cool. Well, I finally tracked down Josh and got to talk to him for a little bit, and he said there's people all hating on this, but I think it's killer, man. There's nothing here at Sema, nothing I've ever seen before. Just take a dually and put 415s on it. I mean, and he let me touch the paint. The ceramic coat they put on it is insane. I don't think dust can stick to it at all. But that was pretty cool to see him again. All right, dude. Good to see you, man. Take care. Have a safe trip back. Wow. Look at this Chevrolet. The Earth Roamer SX. So I am not even... My head is right here. That's... I'm walking right underneath these mirrors to give you reference. This thing is freaking massive. Wow. Crazy. Huh. Everything's bigger in Vegas. gorgeous. You want to see the price tag? $204. This thing is wicked. Wow. That is crazy. Even down to the shifter. Super cool. So just as I'm walking out of the building, who do I run into but Chip Foose, and got to shake his hand and take a picture. So SEMA 2024, I think, is complete. Well, that's gonna do it for my first SEMA show, and I gotta say, it just blew away my expectations. Only downfall is I wish I could stay a little bit longer, but it's time to get back to Kansas. Now, I've got to give a huge shout out to Distinctive Industries, Michael Satterfield with the Satterfield Group, and GentlemanRacer.com, and probably especially to my wife for holding down the fort so I could go have the time of my life. Well, if you guys haven't, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I don't know, you get the opportunity to come here. That's definitely a bucket list item. Well, I appreciate your time, and thanks for watching. All right, so you can disregard that. I appreciate your time and thanks for watching, because we're not finished. About the time I walk out of the parking lot, I get a text from United that they've canceled my flight from Denver to Wichita because of the weather, and they don't have anything else until 7 or 8 a.m. tomorrow. So now what do? Now I want to go home and I can't. So yeah, we'll carry on with this little journey. So I made it to the airport to figure out what I'm going to do with my flights, and first flight to Denver's not canceled. It's just Denver to Wichita that is. So the best they could do for me is let me take off at 1 a.m. from here, fly to Houston, and then go back to Wichita. So I will arrive in Wichita at 11 a.m. tomorrow, and it's 3 p.m. now. But got Grant and Jeremy from the Untitled Car Project happen to be sitting right here with me. So, but they're gonna leave me because that's the way.
We'll be with you in spirit.
We're gonna leave because food.
Yeah, they're gonna eat and leave me behind. So, I think this little couch area is mine because I can't even check my bag for like another 5 hours. So, yep. Well, it's 11:30 and United was nice and gave me a $30 food voucher, so I'm having a peanut butter shake and a bacon cheeseburger. So I'm about to fall asleep, and I've still got to make it 10.5 hours. Cool. Can't make this up, but our flight is overweight and they need 7 people to volunteer to get off and reschedule, and they'll pay you $1,500. Insane. Well, the high bid, I got up to $1,500 per volunteer, but they got 7 of them, and it wasn't going to be me because that meant I wouldn't have flew out of Vegas until midnight tonight, So it would be almost 2 days before I got home, so no. Here's a funny story. They just announced that our plane is late, which not surprisingly, since we were supposed to take off a half hour ago, but they say it's coming. So I have like zero faith in that. It's funny. Same clothes. Been awake for 30 hours. Never going home. Stay tuned. Well, I'm finally back home after being awake for 34 hours, and that was just an experience. I'm starting to hallucinate, so I'm gonna call home, have them make some coffee, and now I gotta stay up the rest of the day. That way I can actually sleep tonight, so it's nuts. Yeah. It's me again. Yeah. Battery's dead. Incredible.